Ouch! Have you ever been stung by a bee? Know anyone who has? Did you know the foods you are eating, even if they are healthy foods, can make your body believe it was stung by a bee, causing you to swell up, look as if you're gaining fat, keep you stuck at the same weight, and even force you to gain weight? I'll reveal what I mean inside this new documentary, and how eating the same foods you're eating now, just at different times, can create enjoyable, consistent weight loss. First, allow me to say hi. Hi, that's me, Jared, the guy with the bee sting, and that's my friend Crystal. And although we didn't know it at the time, that bee sting was the key to unlocking a weight loss treasure chest and allowed us to finally drop our unwanted body weight, going from the folks you see here to the trim and energetic folks you see here. Lean, fit, and truly happy. That painful bee sting turned out to be a blessing in disguise because it allowed me to finally make the connection between weight loss foods, quote-unquote, healthy foods, and why you may be struggling like we were to lose even a few pounds of weight and keep it off for good. You see, Crystal and I struggled with our weight for most of our adult lives. The foods we were eating were the foods all the diet experts told us to eat, and we couldn't figure out why we could live all day on salads and low-fat foods only to come home at night and look like this, bloated, fat, and feeling miserable. I spent over a decade of my life trying to crack the dieter's secret code. And I have to tell you the truth. Until recently, I failed. Yet not long ago, I came across something totally unique. A concept of eating that I had never read about in any diet plan out there. A concept that seemed way too easy to work. And when I share that with you, you may ask yourself the same question I did. Why haven't I ever heard about this before? So listen, don't go beating yourself up if you're struggling with your own weight loss. Because it took this, a painful bee sting, and a heart-to-heart talk with the luckiest guy around to change my life and the life of my friend Crystal. Before everything clicked, all those before and after pictures that you see in popular magazines, pictures like these, frustrated me more than inspired me. I just never believed I could do it too. Maybe you feel the same. However, after my new friend shared his too simple to work method with me, everything changed. Maybe you think you've tried it all, seen it all, and perhaps, just perhaps, you're almost ready to toss in the towel as well. Listen. I urge you to watch this short presentation to the end, because at the very least, it will restore your faith in what's possible for you. Because if it worked this well for me, and for Crystal, and for hundreds of other dieters who used to struggle like crazy to lose even a few pounds of weight, it can work for you too. Today, you'll discover the 4 factors behind every weight loss success story. These 4 factors are the most jealously guarded secrets of the elite personal trainers of celebrities and models. You know, the gals you may see in Shape and the men you might spot in Men's Health. And it will change the way you look at quote-unquote dieting forever. You'll also be firmly on the path to melting away all those unwanted pounds in a way that feels too good to be true. And sure, you'll enjoy the side effects of your weight loss as well, such as radically increased energy that doesn't come from a can or a cup. It comes to you naturally, on tap, 24/7. A surprisingly pleasant emotional boost, a benefit that surprised Crystal as she struggled with the blues on and off for most of her life, and now she's almost always happy. A right hand on the Bible, truly youthful metabolism, one that feeds on fat rather than sugar, so you diet easier and exercise less, yet look better. The easiest plan ever that removes all guesswork and gives you the freedom to live a normal life, something no other diet will ever give you, and so much more. Here's my crazy little story and the bizarre set of circumstances that led to this weight loss success. It was a winter's day in my hometown of Lansing, Michigan, and I was deeply entranced. I read an article on what's known as biohacking. Sounds scary, yet it's just the science of convincing the body to do something you want it to do. I could care less about hacking my brain. I wanted to do something completely different. I wanted to burn fat around the clock, burn fat while sleeping, burn fat without counting calories or grams. Now that would be one heck of a hack, to turn your body into a literal fat-burning machine by using foods that naturally increase your fat-burning hormones. That way, you could exercise less, eat the foods you enjoy more, and your body will be convinced that all your stored body fat, you know, the fat around your belly, hips, thighs, face, arms, and backside, is really just ready to use fuel. Now, you'll just flip that fat-burning switch on and relax. So I did a bit of research, and that led me to this man, Big John. a guy renowned for helping thousands of ordinary men and women lose weight. And while he looks like a bruiser, in reality, he's a cuddly teddy bear kind of guy. So when you see John on Fox News sharing these weight loss pearls with millions of people, or NBC or CBS, or U.S. News and World Report, or even Martha Stewart, you now know why he's one of the most sought-after experts in this field, and why John's secrets are so valuable to you and your personal weight loss. John was talking about what I call a diet hack. That's simply a fat loss shortcut, a way to coax your body into losing weight that makes dieting easier. Sounds good, right? Well, after reading what this man was doing and the success he was having with so many other people, folks like us who really do struggle with weight loss, I made a declaration right then and there. You must connect with this guy. I remember the day I first met John. This goofy grin appeared out of nowhere on my face when I shook his hand, and the nervousness in my voice probably made me seem like a kid meeting his rock star idol. John, just tell me flat out. What the heck should I be eating to lose weight? Nothing is working. Just tell me. John just laughed. It actually helped set me at ease a bit. However, what he said next made me, well, a bit angry. Jared, it's not what you are eating. I looked over your diet, and it's the same food that all my weight loss success stories are eating. Okay, John, then why do they look so freaking awesome? And I look like the Pillsbury Doughboy. What he said next changed my life forever. It's not what you're eating that's the problem. It's when you are eating it. When? I didn't really follow. What do you mean, when I am eating? Should I not eat late at night or something? He laughed again. I started laughing with him this time, as John's laugh is downright contagious. Are you kidding me, Jared? I eat all the way up to bedtime. Your body doesn't carry a watch. I thought to myself, that makes perfect sense. So what's the answer? Jared, have you ever heard of the E-factor diet? I had to confess, I had never heard of it. Listen, Jared, the real reason all these folks are having success with their weight loss has to do with eating ordinary foods at specific times. I call these foods E-factor foods. The first E-factor foods are called energetic foods. Now, I'm looking at your diet and I see that you're eating energetic factor foods at the wrong time. And that's one of the reasons you're struggling. Believe it or not, Jared, 3 very common breakfast foods you may think are healthy are actually big-time energy killers. And this is the wild part. People eat them because they are supposed to give you energy. In reality, these foods force your body to depend on sugar all day. They make you overeat carbohydrate-rich, sugary foods in order to try and sustain that energy. The result is not just an energy crash. Your entire fat-burning metabolism crashes as well. It's a lot like drug addiction. Once hooked, you literally cannot control the cravings. However, if you simply eat these same foods later in the day, those cravings fade away, leaving you in total control of when you eat sugar and how much. He was right on the money. I noticed that I would wake up in the morning feeling tired, as if I needed a few more hours of sleep, and that I always needed caffeine or an energy drink to really get me going. Well, after John explained energy factor foods to me, now it was obvious. My body was working overtime at night, trying to process energy-producing foods, foods that are perfectly fine to eat in the morning, just not at night. And I ended up feeling tired and drained all day, wanting to nap in the afternoon. And I found myself missing playtime with my kiddos when I got home at night because I was too pooped to play. And here I thought I was just getting older. Now, John had me hooked. He took another look at my breakfast meals and said, Jared, this is what I would eat for lunch, never for breakfast. Of course, I had to know why. Jared, the ideal weight loss breakfast foods are what I call endothermic foods. I asked him what endothermic meant. You may be curious as well. He said, endothermic is the combination of 2 words, endo, which refers to your endocrine and immune system, and thermic, which refers to foods that burn fat naturally. John explained it all with this simple illustration. Imagine, for a moment, the dozens of fat-eating hormones you now have at your disposal are like fish in a fish tank, just waiting for their next meal. When you feed fish, you'll notice that they all swarm to the top of the water and nibble away at the food until it's all gone. Well, that's a lot like what these fat-nibbling hormones do to the fat in your fat cells. When you use the right foods at the right times, foods that trigger these fat-hungry hormones, they unlock your fat cells and use up all your stored fat. Plus, they do a lot of their work while you sleep. That means far less effort is wasted on hours of needless exercise, and you never have to starve yourself. John continued on, saying, your lunch is really hurting your immune system, and that's causing your body to store up to 19 pounds of water. Then he asked me the most bizarre question. Have you ever been stung by a bee? I looked at him like he was crazy. What did a bee sting have to do with losing weight? John said, well, the foods you're eating for lunch right now are causing the same exact reaction as a bee sting. When a bee stings you, your body swells up like a balloon due to a compound called histamine. Now, histamine is important in the body. However, too much will make you look like you drank a gallon of water all at once. And what most people are unaware of is that certain foods, even healthy foods, do the exact same thing. They cause your body to produce more histamine, and you end up looking fat at night when you're really just water bloated. I was puzzled, and honestly, I was pretty darn angry. Why was I just now hearing about this? I couldn't help but think back to all those times I came home at night, frustrated over my lack of weight loss despite dieting all day. I remember taking off my shirt and looking in the mirror, expecting to see a leaner me staring back, only to see this, looking fatter than I was that morning. John revealed that some of the most healthy foods on the planet contain large amounts of water-retaining histamine, and that you should always eat these foods at night because your body gets rid of up to 4 cups of water at night, simply from breathing. Any water you may be holding will be gone in the morning. I later discovered that many common everyday foods, if eaten early in the day, cause severe bee sting reactions in your body, forcing it to swell up and look bloated and puffy. What a relief that my so-called diet failures of the past were never my fault. And it's not your fault either. The last time you were on a diet, you probably ate many of these water-retaining foods early in the day, and they made you look as if you were not losing fat at all. Many of the foods you are eating now are causing this bee sting reaction. That's exactly what was happening to Crystal and I, and all it took was to move our lunch meals to dinner. That's all it took. We ate the exact same number of calories, and we both looked leaner and healthier in a matter of days. Not weeks, days. He also said that a lot of the weight you and I believe is fat is actually unnecessary water weight, and that specific foods release that water naturally. Oh, one more thing. John reassured me that I never had to memorize what foods were endothermic or energetic or any other E factor. He has them all written down for you, and I'll share how you can get that list of foods at the end of this presentation. Frankly, I needed this to be dummy-proof. Not because I'm slow, it's because, like you, I'm busy. I don't have the time for anything complicated. I wanted the exact blueprint to follow. So, after the first 2 E factors were explained to me, things got really interesting. Jared, you have 2 other E factors that are missing. These are the 2 factors that almost every diet skips over, and they are what I call the ultimate weight loss answer. You see, Jared, you have to eat foods that increase your digestive power. And you know why? You are not what you eat. You are what you digest. Most diets are so high in processed foods and chemicals that your digestion is permanently damaged. That means your body is undernourished, and you store even more fat, and you end up with a nasty fungus in your gut. Wait a minute. Hold on. I have gut fungus? You probably do, Jared. However, fear not, it's easy to fix. I asked John to explain a bit more about this gut bug I had, and you probably have as well. Turns out it's a kind of yeast that builds up over time when you eat a lot of processed foods, or if you have ever taken antibiotics, or if you are under a lot of stress. Keep in mind, this is a living organism. It sounds kind of gross, but it lives in your digestive tract and it feeds on sugar, forcing you to eat more sugar to keep it alive. And it can grow so big, it is making your lower belly pooch out. It can even add up to 7 inches or more to your waistline. Now, rest easy. You do not need to do anything radical to kill this gut bug, as I call it. In fact, your gut bug will check out permanently when you eat the foods I'm going to reveal later. Now you see why digestion is so very important. Unless you can digest your foods quickly, you will feel hungry. Your body will not get enough nutrients due to poor digestion, and your gut fungus will grow and spread. John had the answer. Jared, the answer is found within the 3rd E factor, enzymatic foods. You will be eating foods that have a lot of digestive enzymes in them naturally, and foods that power your immune system too. John asked me to add some healthy fats to my diet, along with 2 tasty fruits that are high in enzymes, and to eat as few processed foods as I could, except for my mandatory cheat meals where I could eat anything I wanted, and that my digestive tract and immune system would be A-OK. I always wondered why I kept catching those nasty summer colds. Maybe you do too. Every year, I catch 1 or 2 colds, sometimes the flu. And I was also getting aches and pains in my joints, which I just assumed was because I was getting older. That wasn't true at all. It was simply because my immune system was compromised, and when I started eating more fat, yes, more fat, along with 2 specific fruits, everything felt better. John then revealed that by neutralizing this gut bug, I could drop even more weight, and my waistline would decrease by 4 to 5 inches or more, all by eating these delicious enzymatic foods. So, there's one more E factor. It's the most common sense factor of them all, and I'm embarrassed to admit it. I totally ignored this E factor. Most dieters ignore it too. John made me promise to never ignore it again. Jared, my final E factor is perhaps the most sly of them all. It's one that almost every dieter forgets about, and yet it's the most important of them all. I want you to enjoy every meal you eat. Without the enjoyment factor, you'll never stick to any diet plan, no matter how powerful it is. I'll cover exactly how to enjoy every meal you eat in a moment. I would have never believed it was possible. Yet now, Crystal and I love every bite of every meal we eat, from the foods that produce the highest e-factors to our favorite cheat meals. How hard is it to stick to a diet that is full of foods you love? It's as easy as it can get. Since that was so much to cover, let me break it down into a simple summary for you. Then I'll let you know what you need to do next. First, you absolutely must eat the foods you are currently eating at the right time of day in order to maximize all 4 e-factor principles. These 4 guiding principles will ensure the foods you are eating today will turn on your powerful, health-sustaining, fat-burning hormones, revive your energy, and keep it elevated all day long, prevent the bee sting reaction you are currently having to a variety of foods, even healthy foods, and keep you on track to a trim belly. Conquer that nasty gut bug you currently have festering in your belly and digestive tract that's forcing you to crave sugar and put you back in control. Ease the stress you are currently experiencing with digestion and ensure the foods you eat are processed quickly so your body doesn't store those calories as fat. Enjoy every single bite of every single meal you eat, all while seeing measurable, often rapid weight loss that makes you feel fantastic and much more. With that in mind, I have really good news. You have a blueprint ready to go right now. You have all the hard work done for you, so all you have to do is follow this simple, real foods at the right time system to see all the weight loss you desire. And here's the very best part of all. The hard stuff has been figured out for you. All you have to do is follow the plan. Why try to figure that out on your own when John has done it all for you? John's simple-to-follow blueprint put Crystal and I on the path to weight loss we now enjoy. We didn't have to do anything except follow his proven system and eat the foods you already love at the right time of day. And wake up one day very soon and welcome the body you desire. Nutrition and fat loss expert John Rowley calls his blueprint for weight loss success the e-factor diet. And when you start today, in a very short time, you are going to look more trim. You are going to feel more comfortable in your clothes. You are going to lose weight. You are going to reset and restore your natural fat-burning metabolism. You are going to wake up with energy like you've never experienced before. You are going to rid your body of ugly water weight that is masquerading as body fat. And you are going to enjoy the freedom of eating real foods that you love. Delicious foods that are so baby simple to prepare, and finally experience the pleasure of eating your way thin. Listen, I totally get it if you've had it up to here with fad diets, starvation plans, and diets that force you to buy really expensive foods. Crystal and I both had those experiences as well, and we desire so much more for you than that. That's why we are so confident that after following the simple steps within the e-factor diet, you will reset your body's metabolism and hormonal balance, revitalize your body's natural energy flow, renew your enthusiasm as you restore your body's ability to function the way it was designed to. And the really amazing news is how much money you can save. Without even thinking about it, you'll eat more food that contains fewer calories. That means you can get thin while you save money. Willpower isn't even in the equation. You'll simply experience more natural cravings for fat-burning foods automatically. Now, here is what you'll receive today inside the e-factor members area. First, you'll receive the e-factor weight loss handbook. This is John's breakthrough e-factor principles spelled out for you in a simple, no-fluff, easy-to-read booklet. The blueprint that's helping thousands of folks, just like you, finally get on the track to weight loss success. Just like it's helped Crystal and I, you'll get a digital copy today, right in your inbox, the moment you say yes. Next, you'll receive the e-factor grocery guide. This is your exact list of foods you need to eat for maximum weight loss. Foods that you can get right down the street. Simple foods that taste great and foods that trigger the e-factor effect. Alice recently wrote John about her experience with the e-factor grocery guide saying, "I can't believe how much quote-unquote health foods are really just poison in disguise. I feel relieved now that I am not only feeding my family real, everyday food that tastes great. The e-factor grocery guide makes shopping so much faster. I've even saved money." Next up, you'll also receive the e-factor meal planning blueprint. This removes all the guesswork on what to eat and when to eat it, so you are always triggering the e-factor effect. And let me just tell you, this blueprint was a lifesaver for me and for Jeff as well, who said, "It's hard enough to be a single dad, yet I know I have to take care of myself and the kids." So imagine my surprise when I found out that John had literally done the meal planning for me. It really comes in handy, especially during those super busy days. You'll also be given your copy of Cheat Your Way Trim. This is the eFactor Cheat Meals Are Mandatory plan that helps you feel free from any guilt the next time you want to splurge. And enjoy your favorite foods, even desserts. And know for a fact you're still right on the plan to lose even more weight. Laurel raved about this simple 10-page freedom guide, as she calls it, saying, "Okay, I have to admit that I ordered eFactor because I felt I had to. It's the only diet plan that made sense to me. However, I really hate dieting, so the Cheat Your Way trim bonus really sealed the deal for me. It's like a freedom guide. I know I'm only a few hours away from anything I want, and that keeps me on track." Thanks, John. Now, the total value of all 4 of these eFactor diet handbooks and audios carries a retail price of $67. However, that price doesn't factor in your online discount today, the one I'm about to reveal to you. Right after I give you a hint about the 5 super products John is going to include in your order today, worth over $149.95, you're about to receive a massive discount on the eFactor diet, the entire patented system that John developed with folks like you in mind, along with all 5 of John's additional weight loss helpers. That's a total retail value of $216.95. You'll get it all for a fraction of that today. However, before you order, I want to make sure this is absolutely right for you. Please say yes to all of these descriptions that apply to you. You desire to lose 10 or more pounds and do so without starvation, discomfort, or confusion. You are curious as to why diets have failed you in the past and wonder if you can ever see the body you want staring back at you in the mirror. You are interested in finding out if the foods you are eating trigger the bee sting reaction simply because of when you're eating them. You want a plan you can live with and one that allows you the freedom and flexibility you need. You see a bulge in your lower belly, and now that you know what it is, you want that gut fungus out of you fast. And you need a system that's not only proven to work, one that's guaranteed to work. More about that guarantee in just a minute. If any of these descriptions apply to you, then you are in the perfect place at the perfect time. I want you to consider this. Even if you were to hire an expensive personal trainer, which would cost you hundreds, even thousands of dollars a month, and consult with an ordinary nutritionist, just like I did, spending more than $500 for just a few meetings, and have them give you the same old bland, low-fat diet that they learned about 15 years ago in school, a diet we now know doesn't work and one that cripples your hormones, and even if you joined a gym or bought one of those late-night infomercial workouts that promise you insane results, only to demand that you exercise over an hour and a half at a time, well, who can keep up with that? Yet, even if you did all of that and spent thousands of dollars in the process, you still wouldn't have a clue on which foods trigger the eFactor effect, or know which foods to eat that kill that gut bug you probably have, or which foods cause the bee sting reaction. And you know what? You'd probably just do what Crystal and I did. Spend all that money and give up after a few weeks, maybe a few months, simply because you need to see weight loss happening. And as great as exercise can be, food is your surest path to seeing rapid results. Now, rather than spending thousands of dollars on guessing, trying one program after another, John has authorized me to allow you into the eFactor community. And if you act now, before this presentation ends in a few minutes, you can do it for less than you'll spend on a single dinner out with your family. Listen. John is a servant worthy of his wage. And sure, he has to put food on his family's table just like all of us. However, he is on a mission to help millions regain their health and vitality. That's why John is not going to ask you to invest $216.95, the retail price of his entire eFactor diet system. In fact, your price isn't even half that. It isn't even $67. Look below this presentation right now and claim your Join the Mission eFactor discount of only $29.95. And there's only one simple payment. Not 3 payments, not 2 payments, just one simple, reasonable, quick, and easy payment today. And that, my friend, gives you more than a 461% discount just for joining in on John's mission and by taking action today. Click the bright colored button you see below that says, I want to lose weight today. And John will give you immediate access to the entire eFactor diet program. And as promised, you'll also receive over $147.95 in value-added products without paying a single penny more. Now, let's have a look at these amazing companion products John is going to give you today. First, you'll receive the eFactor Fast Food Guide, a value of $29.95, free today. John wants to ensure you will always know exactly what to eat to get the maximum eFactor effect from your foods, even if you're stuck on the road, and even if you're just wanting to indulge a bit. The eFactor Fast Food Guide will keep you confident that your weight loss is still right on track, even if you dine out on fast food. That way, you always feel guilt-free. Crystal said that she thought the eFactor Fast Food Guide was almost worth the price of the entire eFactor diet program. She was always having to eat out, and her kiddos were in love with a certain fast food joint. Now she can take them there without feeling the least bit of guilt, all while knowing she's still right on track. Next, John wants you to have a copy of the e-Factor fat-burning smoothie shop, a value of $37, yours free today. You know, sometimes you're in a hurry, and you just can't make the time to prepare a healthy fat-burning meal, and those are the times even the best of us abandon ship and walk into a weight loss bear trap. Once stuck there, you can give up on your weight loss for a long time and suffer from continued weight gain, along with all the nasty symptoms that go along with it. Well, John has a simple as pie answer to this challenge. His e-Factor fat-burning smoothies. In less than 3 minutes, you can be out the door, sipping your way to slim, and enjoying the outrageous flavors John's nutrition team have put together for you inside the e-Factor fat-burning smoothie shop. You'll get over a dozen fat-burning smoothie recipes that take 3 minutes or less to make. And using the energetic factor, these smoothies will ensure your energy stays high throughout the day without that post-smoothie energy crash you get from those commercial smoothie shops. Rose raved about how easy the e-Factor fat-burning smoothie shop made her life and how it helped her entire family support her weight loss goals. I just love a great smoothie. Just knowing I have so many tasty recipes at my fingertips really keeps me motivated and focused on my goals. And it's working. My husband loves the slender new me. John has just handed you over $65 in freebies, and we're just getting warmed up. Next, John wants you to have a complimentary copy of the e-Factor All-Day Energy Secret, a $17 value, yours free today. Simply eating the foods found in the e-Factor diet will cause your energy to skyrocket. However, John wanted to make it even better for you by adding in this little handbook of natural energy-boosting strategies. Simple tips you can use throughout the day to give yourself an added lift. Unique energy enhancers that take only a minute or two for you to do. That will give you an extra boost when you want to play a bit harder, work a bit longer, or just feel like you're on cloud nine. And some really simple movements you can do while you're sitting at your desk, in your car, or even relaxing at home. That coax your body into releasing higher amounts of your natural energy-producing hormones so you feel like you can do it all. This was the icing on the cake for me, if you'll pardon the pun. Energy was one of my biggest concerns. I was chalking it all up to growing older until I took this simple little handbook to heart. Now, it's hard to even remember what it felt like not to have all-day natural energy on tap. Had I known I'd feel this good, I would have paid 10 times more for e-Factor. And just think, this is absolutely free for you. Now, here's a wonderful free gift that will come in handy if you are over the age of 30. The e-Factor Joint Recovery Workshop is a recorded online seminar featuring John Rowley, along with a specialist in the field of joint health. That has a per-seat price of $25 to attend, and you will attend absolutely free. And they want to share their decades of wisdom with you when it comes to how best to protect your joints over time. When your joints ache, it can really slow you down. However, knowing your joints can be healthy gives you a reason to celebrate. This workshop will cover the natural nutrients that ease joint pain and the hidden danger behind the most popular over-the-counter aid for joint health. You're probably taking this heart attack in a bottle right now. And after this workshop, you will be armed with scientifically verified natural alternatives to manage your discomfort, protecting yourself from a potentially deadly heart attack and getting you back in the game of life free from those nagging aches. Plus, you can use your free tickets to this online workshop to discover how to ward off joint pain even if you are currently pain-free. Now, have a look at the savings. So far, we've saved you over $128 off the retail price for everything you'll receive today in the e-Factor Diet program. Yet, there's one more bonus I'll cover in a few minutes. And you can just think of this as your weight loss insurance plan, as it ensures you will always have a quick and friendly answer to any questions you may have, and that you'll stay 100% on track all the way to your weight loss goal. First, I want you to consider the value you're being offered today. You'll gain immediate access to the e-Factor diet system, worth well over $217 in total retail value, for John's Join the Mission discount of just $29.95. Like I said, that's far less than you'll probably spend on just one single dinner out with your family. Plus, consider this. Since John ensures your complete satisfaction with his Try It On Me 60-day money-back guarantee, that means you can test drive the e-Factor diet for less than 79 cents a day, for less than 67 cents a day, for less than 49 cents a day. You can't even buy a bottle of water, a small cup of coffee, or even pay for an hour of meter parking outside a gym for that. However, what you can do with these few pennies is reclaim your life, your trimmer waistline, and the look of your skin tone, your energy levels, your stomach and intestinal health, your hormonal balance, your confidence, and your total certainty that you can continue on this simple plan for life. And if after 60 days, at only a handful of pennies per day, you are not absolutely thrilled with the results you'll see in the mirror, and the energy others will feel in your presence, and the way your clothes are about to fit your new body, and the ease of the e-Factor diet system, and the quality of our never-ending support for you, Simply email John personally. His email will be inside your members-only area for a prompt, absolute, and rock-solid money-back experience. Every penny of your investment will be handed right back to you, and listen, your complete satisfaction is all that matters. So we promise to continue supporting you no matter what you decide, allowing you to keep all of the free bonuses I just covered without any hard feelings at all. Just look below and click the button you see now. It says, I want to lose weight today. Do that and you'll receive everything I've covered today within this presentation, plus 2 additional super bonuses worth $97 per month if you act before this presentation comes to a close in a few minutes. First, I need to remind you that John's generous discount of over 461% today simply cannot continue forever. Sure, you may be able to still get some of the basics of the e-Factor diet system if you choose to go away today empty-handed. Yet nothing I can do will ensure you get everything I just covered, unless you act now. You'll understand why this offer will expire shortly in just a minute. First, I'd like you to look at today's date. Now, notice the time. Got it? Now, imagine this with me. It's a few weeks from today, and it's the exact same time of day. In fact, you're sitting in the same place, right where you are now. However, this morning, you got out of bed with an extra kick. You even beat the alarm clock out of bed. You feel a sense of peace and fulfillment that was missing from your life just a few short weeks ago. You walk by that mirror you keep by the door, or the one in the bathroom, the one you always check right before you leave for the day, and you notice that your body is leaner, and that your clothes drape over your body in comfort. You're more vibrant as well, with a natural energy that others notice and can't help but compliment you about. As your day progresses, you begin to notice the extra looks, the glances from your friends and from your loved ones. It feels really fantastic to be noticed and respected like that. Sure, you look great, and that makes you feel happy. Yet, there's something else. You are also celebrating the fact that your body is truly in the best health it's ever been, and relishing the thought of your next meal. And that natural high you're experiencing is something that isn't found in a shot of espresso or some sugar-filled energy drink. This experience is your body saying thank you for feeding it the foods it craves and needs at the right time it needs it. And this is simply your body rewarding you for doing what now comes naturally. You are still eligible for 2 super bonuses worth $97 per month, and you can secure your spot in line today absolutely free. First, John is going to give you a full year's access to his e-Factor Elite Support community. You'll receive 24/7 online support from John's team, along with e-Factor dieters just like you from all over the world. This members-only online community is there for you to answer any question you have, inspire you to keep going, reward you with recipes, tips, and user experiences, and so much more. You will receive immediate access today to this very special e-Factor family, and we'll welcome you with open arms. However, there's one more stunning free bonus you can also qualify for if you act within the next minute. How would you like to give John Rowley a call, the man who appears all over national television, who created the e-Factor diet program, and who has helped thousands of men and women lose weight using these e-Factor diet principles? Talk about inspiring. Well, John is going to ask you to give him and his team a call as he invites you to his monthly weight loss calls, where you can get a call to keep you super motivated and absolutely thrilled. You only have a few more seconds to claim these super bonuses for yourself. So look below and click that button you see right now. And as you do, remember this: John Rowley is taking all the risk for you today and putting his life's work on the line so you feel totally secure about your purchase today. You'll have 60 full days to just try the e-Factor diet system for yourself. That will give you plenty of time to ease into the plan or dive right in if you want to. It's up to you. And if you haven't seen, felt, and experienced everything you desire, or if for any reason whatsoever you are not absolutely thrilled with your decision today, John will promptly refund every penny. And he insists that you keep the first 4 bonuses as his special gift to you. So now our time together has come to a close, and it's time for you to make a very important decision. Do you decide to act today and give your body, your mind, and your loved ones the health and weight loss you truly want and that they want for you? Or do you just sit there and keep hoping, waiting for science to come up with a miracle pill solution, something you know will simply never happen? And all the while, being forced to live out your days in a body that feels more like a prison than a joy, one where you feel the ravages of time more quickly. A body destined to remain in the clutches of that gut bug that causes you to crave fattening foods. A body that is being attacked from all sides by the bee sting reaction you are having with the foods you are now eating. and left alone. Alone to just pile on more and more pounds of ugly, life-draining body fat. Week after week, year after year, I know you desire much more out of life than this. That's why I'm urging you to take the only path that's safe and smart. And let us welcome you into the eFactor family starting today. Click the button below this presentation right now, the one that says, I want to lose weight today. And gain instant access to the eFactor system today. John will greet you on the very next page with even more goodies for you. Thanks for watching. If you're still here, you must have a few questions you need answered before making the decision to join us today. Does the eFactor diet plan have a proven track record of safety? Absolutely. Due to the fact that there are no starvation tactics, no harmful cuts to your calories or your nutrients, and the freedom to eat the foods you normally eat, just at specific times during the day, this is one of the safest diets out there. However, everyone is truly unique, and that includes you. That's why we always suggest taking the eFactor diet into your doctor's office and showing him or her what you're doing. We've never had a doctor say, no way, never do that, because the diet is based on the latest nutritional science. Still, you may be allergic to something almost no one else on earth is allergic to, or only your doctor would know. For example, what if you were allergic to salad? I met a girl who was. Now, she's literally 1 in a million. However, she's glad she knew so we could help her alter her eFactor plan accordingly. John cares more for your health and safety than you can imagine. And as he would say, the biggest risk of all is to do exactly what you're doing now, nothing. Since safety is a concern, we ask that you consider the implications if you do anything else except act today. If you dangerously choose to continue on the harmful course you're on now, please know we care and we're here to help you. Here's another question. My friend went on an eFactor-based diet, at least it sounded like it, and lost 9 pounds in a week. Is this normal? Absolutely not. In fact, if you see any diet plan out there making claims of 9 pounds in a week, you should run for the hills. Now, it's true, we've seen some people lose this kind of weight this quickly, but it's simply not the norm. Nor do we even recommend it. If your friend had contacted us, we would have told her to eat more food and enjoy slower, more sustainable weight loss. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic recommend about 2 pounds a week. However, they are not factoring in the accelerated nature of the eFactors. So if you notice more than 3 pounds per week, please eat slightly more food. You'll be slimmer and trimmer before you know it. Next is a rather painful question, yet one I feel we need to address. I've seen 2 of my best friends lose their husbands this year, and both of them said it was because they had let their bodies go. I'm 45 pounds overweight, and I'm beginning to notice my husband losing interest in me sexually. Should I be concerned, and can eFactor help? I'm so sorry to hear this, and as a guy, I have to level with you. Men are visual creatures, and sometimes we're jerks. Sometimes we're shallow enough to walk right past a beautiful woman simply because she is struggling with weight issues. And I know of guys who left relationships before over what they called physical differences. First and foremost, you should see a qualified couples therapist to help ensure you get expert attention. Second, and this is embarrassing, I know how you feel. I had a girl I loved dump me because I was overweight, and it hurt like hell. So, let's use this as inspiration. The fact of the matter is that our outer bodies are a reflection of how much we love ourselves. And it's possible that the guy or gal you're with right now isn't shallow. They just want to see your body as a reflection of how good you feel about yourself on the inside. And we cannot change another person. However, you can change you. So use this as a reason if you have to. A reason to fall back in love with your body. Get back that sexual confidence you may have lost and see if that makes an impact. This way, no matter what, you end up winning. Speaking of sexual confidence, here's another popular question. I've lost my mojo, baby. As Austin Powers said, I don't want to make love to my spouse as much as I used to. My doctor has suggested I go on hormones, but I'm looking for a natural aid first. Would a healthy diet like yours help? There's one thing for sure. Everyone knows that the more fit and energetic you feel, the more comfortable you feel being physically intimate. Numerous studies done on this subject have demonstrated that fit people have better sex. My favorite is one done by Dr. Michael Young. This study showed that both men and women enjoy sex more and are perceived as better lovers when they feel fit and confident. I cannot advise you on whether or not you should get hormone replacement therapy. Only a doctor can do that. However, I can assure you that a diet like the e-fastor, one built from the ground up to be hormone-friendly, is a wonderful first step, or an addition to hormone therapy. And no matter what, simply losing weight and feeling more confident can radically change your mojo. When will my e-fastor diet books and videos be delivered to me? Instantly. Here's why. First, we wanted to ensure that you didn't have to put off the hope and enthusiasm you're feeling now by waiting a week or more for your e-fastor system. So, we made sure we delivered everything right to your inbox. All the books, bonuses, and materials are easily downloaded with a click of your mouse, and they can be read on any device, a Mac, PC, or even a tablet or smartphone. This makes it super simple to stay consistent because you're a click away from your e-fastor diet materials anywhere you go. Finally, we want to save you money, so we cut out any expense shipping. We'll take you immediately to the members downloads area the second you complete your order today. Plus, we'll send you an email to follow up with you and ensure you have everything you need. Can I get absolute assurance that I'll get results? We assure your results in one way only. You'll either see results or you pay nothing at all. And you're given 60 days to see the results you desire. It's really that simple. However, the only way for us to guarantee results would be to hand deliver e-fastor to you and take you by the hand the entire time. The reality is simple. Those who see the best results open the books and then follow the simple guidelines. They do this consistently, and of course, they are our best success stories. However, nothing on earth will ever work for you unless you work with it first. That's only fair, correct? The great news is that even if you never open the book, and we really hope that isn't the case, you can still receive every penny back. We're that confident that you will open the book and love it. Are there any weird foods I can only get at super expensive grocery stores involved in e-fastor? Nope. Although I personally prefer organic meats and veggies, however, it's not required at all to see the same exact weight loss results. Just shop as you normally shop and follow the grocery guide. You'll be set. Why haven't other diet plans included your 3 e-fastors? Some say they're enjoyable, so I guess they have the 4th e-fastor, but why not the other 3? It took John Rowley about 20 years to figure this out, and he was surrounded by the smartest minds in nutrition and performance. Most every other diet I ever tried, including those written by actual doctors, didn't have the benefit of being around the absolute fittest people on the planet like John did. There are some diets that get a few of the e-fastors right, even if they don't know it or call it that. However, it's hit and miss. The only diet on earth that has all the e-fastors is the one on this page. Also, be warned, e-fastor is not sold in stores or on other websites. Beware of factor knockoffs. Okay, one final question. Then I'm going to have to pass your fast action discount to the next lucky person behind you. I think the price of e-fastor is too high. I'll try this on my own. Well then, I wish you a lot of luck. You'll need it. I tried it on my own for decades, and until e-fastor, nothing worked. And nothing made sense. As for the price, if you consider a handful of pennies a day too much of a price to regain your health, slim your waistline, and boost your energy, well, quite frankly, you should be ashamed. You'll spend more than this dining out, possibly in a day, and definitely in a few days. You'll spend more than this going to the movies. You'll even spend more than this on parking if you live in a city, or on your pet's food supply for the month. Are you seriously suggesting that your body isn't more valuable than your pet, your parking spot, or a lousy movie? Thankfully, smart people think differently. They are able to make a wise decision when they see one. And this is a wise decision. Look below this presentation now and just glide your mouse over the order button. Then click it. Do that now. And I'll greet you on the next page with another fast action only opportunity. And we'll deliver your e-fastor diet system to you today at lightning speed. By this time next week, you will feel lighter and more energetic. guaranteed. Thanks again for watching.